Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica here with
Will Safford from Order in Progress.
And today we're going to talk about a program that we've been designing and why we designed it. We were in Italy last year in the summer,
That's right.
And on the final day, we discovered something. What did we discover, Will?
We discovered that in the shin box position, I could hold one side relatively with ease and a vertical spine. And then when I went to the other side, I just got all gunked up and in a lot of pain.
So basically, one side of his body was not working like the other, but the position that we're talking about is essential for grapplers. People who do grappling as a sport end up in this position all the time, and they end up with people usually trying to crush them in this position. So we went about designing an entire series of movements and built it into a program in order to solve the problem. What do you think about our solution thus far?
It's great. We just ran through the whole program and I can pretty much hold both sides evenly with no pain, a vertical spine. At that point in my life when we were in Italy, I was dealing with a lot of asymmetrical back pain. So the right side of my body, I had a ton of lower back pain and I couldn't figure out why. And I was going to all these different therapists and they were just telling me that this is life, I have a herniated disc and you just have to deal with it. When you showed me that basically my hip was not rotating into the socket properly, and so all of that force was just getting jammed into my lower back because my hips weren't doing the job that they were supposed to do.
When one side of your body does not work like the other side of your body, you tend to have pain on one side of your body. The site is not always the source, but usually when you start to watch people move and you set up a series of movement drills, you will find the one thing that's out of whack. If one hip is out of whack, that means that either the joints above it, the spine, or the joints below it, the knee, are probably out of whack. You can spend a bunch of time doing a bunch of weird therapy exercises, or you can just grab a heavy club, work on a lightweight, load the position with either front presses or shield casts, and over time restore the mobility by doing an equal amount of work on both sides of the body. You do not do that thing where you just try to work on the bad side. You spend an equal amount of time. If it's easy for one side, that's fine. The good side tends to teach the bad side how to do it better and faster. It is a neurological trick in order to make the body more symmetrical again. I don't like being in pain. I've been in pain for years. Nobody likes being in pain, so just don't be in pain. We can engineer our way out of most of these problems with a heavy stick and some basic engineering.
The beauty of that position too is that I can use it as an assessment to see if I am going to be in pain. Because if I go into jiu-jitsu and I have a really bad asymmetry, I think that I have more potential to get hurt and then be in more pain. So it's kind of like a test. It's a nice test I have that I can see how I'm moving that day and if I can really push it and go train.
Excellent. We have a bunch of other ones of these where we've been talking to different athletes and looking at their asymmetries and then finding ways to solve these problems. That's the idea, is to develop programs that help us do the things we actually want to do. The goal is to live a better quality of life. If you do jiu-jitsu, the goal is to do jiu-jitsu more and to be better at it. The goal is not to be in pain. It is not part of the game. You do not just get old. It's not just how it goes. You can improve your mobility forever. You're never done. Do it forever. Keep going.